Hola, hola, hola. Welcome back, lovelies. And I'm glad you're tuning into the next video. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do now is we are going to be applying foundation. Today I'm going to be using the VFX foundation. This is a camera ready foundation. It gives you this flawless look. It's full coverage. So if you want to cover any like redness, um, any type of imperfections that you have going on your skin, this is basically the one that you want to go with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with the VFX primer, because remember we had a little bit of fallout. If you saw the video before, we had a little bit of fallout. So I dabbed it off, taking off probably a little bit of my primer. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to add a little bit more, because I want to make sure that basically I have primer on my face when I put foundation on. Okay? Now the foundation that I am using, it is the Natural Beige. Okay? So when you are picking out your foundation, whether it's a foundation, it's a BB cream, or a CC cream, you just, well, not really the BB creams, because BB creams are like tinted moisturizers, and they usually blend into the skin. But as far as foundations, you want to make sure that you're getting the right color. Now, even though you and I may look like we have the same skin tone, we have different undertones. So if you have a different undertones, you have warm, you have cool, and you have natural. And if you don't have the right concealer, it's gonna be off. It's gonna show. A rule of thumb when you're applying the foundation and you want to pick a foundation, you want to put the foundation actually like right here at the bottom of your jawline, and you want to kind of like blend it in, because you want to make sure that it kind of blends in with the neck. Now once it blends in with the neck and it has a nice color, then you've picked your perfect foundation for you. Now, if you need help with color matching, just let me know. I would need a picture of you in natural light in front of a window with no makeup on. And then just take a picture and send it to me, and then I will color match you for a foundation. Okay? So now we're going to go in. I'm going to be using my kabuki brush to stipple it on. But then I'm going to be using my blending bud to just blend it all. Okay? So let's go ahead and put the foundation. We're going to do one side at a time. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead with putting about 3 drops, maybe. 1, 2, 3. What's great about the kabuki brush is that when you put the foundation on there, it's not going to go down. Look, it's not seeping down. It's going to stay there. So you'll be able to apply it. Now, if you have a brush, it's not a kabuki brush or like a foundation brush, but you put it on and then it goes in, you're losing product. This kabuki brush holds it right there. It's not going nowhere. So you'll be able to use every drop that you put on here. You'll be able to use every drop of your product. Okay? This you can get it at my store. It's only a couple of bucks. So I'm going to go. I should have gotten something for my hair, but I didn't. That's fine. So basically you go close to the hairline, but you don't want to go too close, because then what you'll end up doing is you will end up getting it on your hair. What you're going to do is when you get your blending bud, you are going to go with the blending bud, and you are going to grab the product and just put it closer to the hairline. Okay? Remember, you want to go down your neck, because you don't want to have what's called clown face. You want to make sure you dab it everywhere around your nose. You get your redness around your nose, upper lip, chin. You want to get it everywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my blending bud. I'm gonna wet it with the rose water. Damp, not too much. A couple of squirts. And then I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna dab. And I'm blending it all out. Okay, look at how pretty. And we're gonna go now, we're gonna put on the other side the same thing. We're gonna go grabbing the kabuki brush. We're gonna do 3, 1, 2, 3. Got some on my nail. That's lovely. Okay, let me just makeup wipe. Okay, and the same thing here. I'm gonna be going and I'm just gonna go dabbing on. As you can see, I'm dabbing it on. I am not like brushing it on. I'm just dabbing it on. Now, this concealer looks a little light, a little white, but it's because of the lighting. When you look at it here, it really doesn't look like that. But that's okay, because when you add bronzer to it and you add blush and you add highlighter, all that, it's gonna look good. It's gonna just all blend out. Now the reason why I did my eyeshadow first is because I'm grabbing my blending, but it's still damp, so I can use the same one. The reason why I did my eyeshadow first, it depends on the palette that you use. If you know that you're going to be getting fallout, then basically do your eyeshadow first, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is apply your foundation, and when you apply your foundation, you come in to do your eyeshadow, you have fallout, then you have to wipe all that off and do it again. Okay, I blended it all out, my blending bud. Now what I'm going to do to highlight my eye, I am going to be putting on concealer. This is a light beige. This you can also get in my store. So the way I apply it is I just go and I dab. And I just bring a little bit down. Just a little. Not too much. Then I take my ring finger. I like to use my ring finger because basically I can control the lightness of it. And what I do is I just, like, kind of like in circular motions, I go grabbing the product and applying it. And look at how it just opens up. Just opens up your eye. It's just like you're alive. Like, hello, good morning. How are you? How are you? Look at that. See how it just brightens it up? See? Look. I'm asleep. I'm awake. I'm asleep. I'm awake. We're gonna do the same on the other eye. I try not to put too much product of concealer under my eye. When you're older and you have more mature skin, you want to use less product because it just accumulates wherever you have those favorite wrinkles. And then basically it just sits there. And since I don't do anything under the eye, I don't add translucent powder, I don't do what they call baking, I don't do any of that under the eye, because I feel that when I put that on under my eye, it gets matty, and it just, to me, it doesn't give me a good look. This is completely full coverage, and we have on the concealer. And look at that. Okay, so that was the VFX with the VFX Pro Primer and the concealer. Wait, wrong one. That was the Light Honey. I use this one, the Light Honey, when I want to do a more natural and I don't want to put on no foundation, just concealer. I'll use the Light Honey. I'll do a video showing you where you can just do makeup with just concealer. But this one I was using is the light beige. And that I use when I just want to brighten up. There you go. So that was that look. Now stay tuned for the next video. Tomorrow we will continue the look. Adios. Don't forget, distribute the knowledge. It helps me a lot. Take care of each other, love one another. See you tomorrow. Be there or be square.